Okay, money doesn't buy FaZe. That's what I think it's called. Okay, let's see what's going on in this video, bro. I uploaded 8 hours ago. It's 23 minutes long. Hot fucking dog, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm curious how much of this you got right, how much you got wrong. So a guy named Golf Cart made the video. Can we talk about the amount of quality Golf Cart posts for 5,000 subs? Hey, it's probably true because like I skimmed through it. He did a lot. This must have took 4. Oh shit, he put Hubrick merger. He knows something. Hold on, he might actually know something. I'm very fucking curious. Again, I'm gonna say everything that is right and everything that is off or maybe misunderstood. Gonna keep it 100 as always, bro. Let's keep it as objective as I can. All right, let's get into this. Let's see what's good.
There's some things in this world that money doesn't buy. Love, happiness.
This guy's him, man. This guy's him.
You have one chance in life to be a part of something like this.
Yeah.
FaZe Clan is the spark that ignited a generation.
Ugly ass
dominated the internet, united strangers, and forged an unstoppable movement. But where there's lightning, there's always someone trying to put it in a bottle.
It is disastrous, and it only continues to get worse.
The downfall of FaZe was one fueled by greed. A corporate takeover
led
by...
That's him, by the way. That's him. That's the guy. That's the guy.
Mysterious figure quietly lurking in the shadows.
He doxed him.
This guy's whispering in my ear like, your life's gonna change forever. You're gonna be a millionaire, this and that.
A never-ending game of divide and
conquer. To everybody, to us, to our families, he was always telling people, currently in London. Okay, so that's exactly what he's talking about because he did have an office in London. He had an office in Berlin and Oslo, I believe, also. Bro, I'm telling you, this guy made it look like it had way more motion than he really did. It was actually kind of insane. He's a con artist. Like, by every definition of the word con artist, that's exactly what this guy is. That's pretty insane.
And mouse.
I will never be like you. I will never take a check. And it's so sad coming out taking checks
I don't know who this guy is.
A revolving door.
I don't know who that guy is, but he's spitting. Nah, I fuck with that guy. I don't know who he is. He had a gap in his tooth. I don't got a gap in my tooth, but that guy, oh shit, no, that guy's onto something, bro.
Billionaires, royalty, suits with more money than God forced their way in, planted their flags, and claimed the logo as their own.
Feel how happy they are. Like, yeah, we just finally milked them, bro.
Money doesn't buy what a logo
Now, hold on, Golf Cart.
represents.
You're cooking so far.
Growing up in the early 2000s was simple. It was an era of flip phones, shopping malls, and movie rentals. But if there was one thing that stuck with me the most from my childhood, it was that those damn video games were gonna rot my brain. From finding my first diamond in Minecraft to screen cheating in Halo and even establishing a crippling gambling addiction.
I've seen enough, bro. I gotta hit this guy up and be like, bro, you're really fucking good. Wait, what the fuck? This guy's really fucking good. Hold on.
At the age of 10, video games completely consumed my childhood.
Like outside the FaZe shit?
Now, I'll be the first to admit, gaming wasn't considered cool back then. Honestly, most people just thought it was made for nerds. But then someone jumped off a crane, spun around 3 times mid-air, and trickshotting was born.
Oh my god!
As YouTube exploded in the late 2000s, and blockbuster titles like MW2 and Black Ops took over like wildfire, a new wave of gamers emerged. And at the forefront of this revolution was a group of friends who weren't just playing the game, they were breaking it. FaZe wasn't necessarily about winning.
Oh my god, this guy DM'd me on January 17th. Man, damn, I wish I saw it, bro. I wish I fucking saw it. I actually would have gave him some material. This dude's really fucking good, bro.
Matches. They were about creating moments.
Wait, that's Zymes's shot. Oh, that was fake? Wait, that Zymes's shot was fake?
Ignore. Instead of focusing on objectives.
There's no way. There's no fucking... Really? I didn't even know that.
Capturing flags or planting bombs.
Oh, now
FaZe members were in the lobby for one reason. Trick shots.
I literally just re-hit the shot, no big deal, whatever. Those kind of calm shit, low-key. No scopes at all, too. Oh my god, I was so mad when Apex hit the shot. Oh my baby, bro, I was so mad.
Every trick shot was a performance, and FaZe turned these performances into art. Their iconic ill cam montages sync perfectly with music, transform simple kill cams into viral phenomena. These
bro, look how bad these shots are, bro. That's what FaZe was in the beginning. The standard, it changed so quick, bro. It's insane that a year before we were doing like 720s and 1080 suicide shots, this is the shit people were going for. It's actually crazy.
They were cultural statements, and every last detail was so effortlessly perfect.
What it was to like be asked to join FaZe back then.
I cried.
No contracts, no anything. Like it wasn't even a question. If you played Call of Duty during that time, your dream in life was to join FaZe.
What started as 3 guys playing video games and making videos quickly became one of the most exclusive status symbols in all of gaming. With members across the globe and thousands dreaming of being invited, being a part of FaZe meant you were somebody. You sat at the hypothetical cool kids table of the gaming world. Now, for most, that's what it would stay. Just a random sequence of 4 letters and a gamer tag. But for a select group, they would decide to take this opportunity and run with it.
What's up, guys? My name is FaZe Temper, and this is the FaZe and G Fuel House.
Founding members Temper, Apex, Rain, and Banks made a pivotal decision.
Okay. You know what? I was gonna say, what the fuck, dude? But you know what? You used a shitty photo of all of us, so I'll allow it.
Transform their passion into
If
a
you used a fucking glowed up picture of all of them, then used that of me, I think I would have fucking found the bridge. I ain't gonna lie. But it's
legitimate
okay.
business. They split
Oh.
equity equally among themselves, each taking 25%, and began laying the foundation
Okay,
for what would
so
become
far, everything's
a viral
accurate?
empire.
So I'm here with
Crazy. Appreciate the sub, bro.
Richard Banks, my new roommate.
They decided to take the Xbox parties into real life, moving into a house together in New York.
So I'm gonna be moving from California to New York. Yeah, this is not something I really planned on doing.
The New York house wasn't about calculated moves. It was a natural evolution that I think just about every guy ever has gone through. And by sharing a space, they created this environment where creativity thrived, and their synergy was captured in every piece of content.
I love that so much.
Without even realizing it, they pioneered the Content House model. Team 10, Hype House, and countless others would later replicate this formula, all creating carbon copies of this exact strategy.
Ugh. I'm just kidding.
The Content House model works so well because each person acts as a character in the other's vlogs. It's a way to cross-pollinate audiences. If one member succeeds, everyone succeeds. And my god, did FaZe Clan blow up during this era. By 2018, FaZe Clan was at its zenith. They had become the face of gaming culture and one of the most recognizable brands on the internet. Hollywood Hills mansions, supercars, sponsorship deals, and a never-ending stream of viral content painted a picture of unstoppable success. Yet, just beneath the surface, a slow poison was spreading. Lavish spending, strained relationships, and the relentless pursuit of growth masked a deeper issue. Somewhere in the shadows, a mystery man began to emerge.
Oh my god.
One of the first guys that came into the company, and I can't name names because I'll get sued. It's just annoying.
Like the ESPN documentary, it's like missing the most important like how we even lost the company. Nobody talked about it.
Sebastian Gertz is a businessman from Norway, who's a bit of a virtual ghost on the internet. Outside of a few inactive social media
name is kind of, I like it.
accounts, and a blog post from 2009 that claims that Sebastian was a common fake flexer at Stockholm nightclubs, there was honestly very little I could find about his personal persona. But I did notice a bit of a recurring pattern in his corporate strategy.
I feel like Tico had to have talked to him. How the fuck did he know that part? I feel like Tico had to have told him that because Tico's the one that brought that one to our attention. How the fuck did he know that?
There's dozens of registered companies under his name that filed for incorporation and subsequently filed for bankruptcy a few years down the road. Now, in 2014, Sebastian started a company called Hubrik. Hubrik was a social media platform, one that was meant to rival Twitter to be the next Facebook.
What he wanted to do with that platform is pretty much make it a social media where everything's connected. Like, you can buy flights to that social media. You can buy music, movies, clothes, and like everybody gets a referral link type shit. Honestly, the way he had it like set up, it actually did look like it could be a good app. You know what I'm saying? It did look like it could be something, but yeah.
Is the next big app to dominate the internet. But
Like
instead,
WeChat.
it was just the first domino to fall in the collapse of FaZe Clan. The saga of Hubrik and FaZe Clan starts back in June of 2015, when Sebastian Gertz reached out to FaZe founder Temper to discuss how he could break into the esports industry. And shortly after, both Temper and Banks were on the next flight out to Norway. Whatever was said in those early meetings must have left an impression, because over the next several months, Banks and Temper made repeated trips back, first to Norway, then to Berlin, and then to London where Hubrik had satellite offices.
Jamoe, thank you, my dog. Appreciate the sub, fam.
Each visit seemed to solidify their connection, with Sebastian playing the perfect
Bro,
host.
how does he know all this? Because he's snapping. Bro, he hasn't got one thing wrong yet. I just want to say that. He hasn't got one. It's been 6 minutes in. Not a single thing wrong yet.
Parading them around Europe, showing them the sights, and immersing them in his world.
Except for the fucking way you pronounce Hubrik, but that doesn't matter.
Surely, he gained their trust.
Yeah,
And once he had it, he started planting seeds. Casual conversations turned into deep discussions about the future of FaZe, about its potential, about how it could evolve beyond trick shots and Call of Duty montages. He positioned himself as a guide, someone with the business acumen to elevate FaZe to new heights.
Yeah, bro, I don't want to
as the
ever
months
blame
went
Tommy or Banks for that, bro, because like, dude, they didn't know any better at the time, right? And this guy, I'm telling you, all these corporate guys, I call it corporately grooming people, where they pretty much try to be a human in your life. They try to act like they care about you. They try to act like they want your best interests and they want to help you and they see the vision in you and they bullshit their fucking ass off, try to get your emotional side, maybe for some people, their ego and whatnot. It's horrible, bro. People like this are so fucking horrible. It's insane the way that he essentially, like, I've always said, like, Lee corporately groomed Apex and Seb corporately groomed Banks and Tommy, because, like, they were in love with him, bro. They were in love with him.
on, the meetings became more serious. Plans were being drawn, ideas exchanged, but always behind closed doors. FaZe members would tease something big, dropping cryptic messages online about what's to come.
So where are you guys going? Tell the vlog where you guys are going. Tell them about FaZe Bank's exciting trip. Oh, is it a secret?
Then in January 2016, for the first time, all 4 of FaZe's founding members flew to Norway to meet with Sebastian.
That was the first time I went.
From the outside, it looked like a victory lap, an initiation into something larger. And just days later, FaZe made it official. According to Sebastian, Hubert had invested $1.3 million in FaZe Clan to help them grow. And with that money came a new direction.
The
first major move, a complete rebrand.
It's insane. By the way, I do have to say this, by the way. Not a single dollar you'll ever see invested went into my pocket, Banks' pocket, Tommy's, or Apex's. Like, none of us took a payment to do anything, ever. Not one time. I still have made no money off FaZe. You know what I'm saying? I've been in the fucking team. I did so much for it. And I don't care. It is what it is. Shit happens. But I'm just saying, so people try to act like we sold the company, we sold it out, and that's why this happened. I wish. Oh God, at this point, I fucking wish I just took a massive bag for it and like it was my own decision. That's always why I felt some type of ways, because like, bro, it was out of my control. You know what I'm saying? It was completely out of my control. I know people want to believe that and they think it's what happened, but it's not at all what happened. So it is what it is.
2.0, an era that promised higher production value, bigger ambitions, and an esports push unlike anything they'd done before.
I was posting some tweets about it yesterday, and we were talking about how we're changing production. Like, the production of our videos is going to immensely increase this year.
And that push started with their most significant acquisition yet, the purchase of the CSGO team, a move that redefined the esports landscape and cemented FaZe as a global powerhouse. From the perspective of the FaZe guys, Sebastian was nothing short of a wizard. In a matter of just months, he had taken their wildest ambitions and turned them into reality. Securing funding, making connections, and pulling the strings behind the scenes like it was second nature. So why wouldn't they trust him? In early 2017, FaZe Clan had fully settled into California, and with that came a major shift. FaZe wasn't just a group of gamers anymore, it was a business. Sebastian introduced a corporate structure designed to take the pressure off of the founders, letting them focus on what they did best, making videos while the executives handled the rest. Leading the charge was Lee Trink, a music industry veteran best known for launching Katy Perry's career. He wasn't a gamer, but he knew how to build brands and turn cultural moments into business empires. With Trink and his team securing deals and partnerships, FaZe was scaling faster than ever. Their newly hired chief creative officer had even locked in a production deal, greenlighting 2 TV-level series in the FaZe Cast and FaZe Full Throttle. But there was just one problem. Money. The $1.3 million from Kubrick was running out fast.
Easy, Angelo. Thank you, my dog.
Investor.
Love you, buddy.
Michael Stang Treshow, son of Millie Marie Treshow.
Holy shit, I got Mike Treshow in this bitch. Bro, I'm gonna tell y'all, I wonder if he's gonna have the story for it, because I know what happened with that. Holy shit, I can't believe that motherfucker's in this video.
The 7th generation heir to the Treshow family fortune, with a $4 billion net worth in 2020, chairman of the Norwegian conglomerate Treshow Fritzo, living in the single largest private residence in the entire country of Norway, and the car collection of all of our dreams. By all means, Michael Treshow is him. According to a few Norwegian-based blog sites that I've loosely translated into English, Gertz and Treshow actually seem to go way back. I couldn't pinpoint exactly when or where they met, but in the spring of 2017, according to a few Norwegian-based blog sites that I've loosely translated into English, Gertz and Treshow actually seem to go way back.
You talking about Seb? Because, bro, you want to hear the craziest fucking thing ever? Bro, Seb told me that he grew up with him, he's known him his whole life, and that's why he got him into FaZe. And then after we got Seb out and I was talking to Mike, I was like, bro, did you know him your whole life? Did you know he would be this way and do these weird things? Like, brother, I met him on a flight to LA. He gave him a full bullshit story and he gave us a full bullshit story on how he knew him, bro. Dude, yes, bro. No, not the Michael guy. He like ended up being the investor. He got finessed. But Seb said he met him on he's known him his whole life. And he told me, he's like, nah, bro, I met him on the fucking flight on the way there. It was crazy, bro. Actually insane.
I couldn't pinpoint exactly when or where they met, but in the spring of 2017, Sebastian began pitching Treshow on the future of the internet. Hubert. And the pitch looked something like this. In a lawsuit filed in 2018, Treshow alleged that Gertz provided him with a pitch deck, one that outlined the capabilities of this app, such as online shopping, the ability to book events and travel, and even downloading and watching movies produced by Hubert's partners, Warner Brothers, Sony Pictures, Paramount, and even Fox. The app was to be state-of-the-art. The technology that it was built upon was worth tens of millions of dollars. Even with no active users, if they sold, they'd still sell at a profit. And Treshow bit, signing a check for $2.115 million on the spot. But Sebastian's ambitions were set much higher than just a few $1 million. Maybe it was delusion, or maybe he was truly evil, but in July 2017, he coordinated a meeting between himself, Lee Trink, Treshow, and 2 founding FaZe members, Rain and Temper. He pitched the group on a joint merger. The idea was hypothetically bulletproof. You had the most innovative app.
It was never just me and Tommy, so I don't know why he's saying that. Hold up, I literally just told him you haven't made a mistake yet. That one was, of course, all of us. Whenever we had those meetings, it was us four. Yeah, what a fucking terrible picture.
Rival Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. You had the billionaire to write the blank checks. And you had the face of mainstream social media.
Oh, I could barely stand there, bro. This wheelchair. Now look at the way my foot is crossed. That's funny as shit.
To lead users to the app like moths to a flame. Everyone was in. Screw making a couple $1 million off of YouTube AdSense, the members of FaZe were ready to be the next Zuckerberg. Over the next year, Michael Treshout threw millions at Hubert like they were fun coupons. He even believed in this vision so much that he wrote a term sheet saying if the app picked up, Sebastian would get half of his equity in FaZe. Members of FaZe worked alongside the development team to help make this app the best it could be. Sebastian brought in herds of new advisors, created a separate company that would represent the management side of FaZe Clan, and brought in Greg Selko.
There you go, my goats. Where's Dan Stripman, man? Where's Dan Stripman? Oh, the Greg Selko, okay. I see Tammy up there. Where the fuck? Come on, man.
Joint venture called W8WS that would handle all of the merchandising.
Where's Dan Stribby? I'm sure he's coming.
FaZe Clan was at their pinnacle. Views were at an all-time high, and merch was selling like a god church.
Good job, bro.
And in summer of 2018, the merger was signed and set into stone. Banks, Temper, Apex, and Rain turned in their share of FaZe, and Return received shares of Hubert. The offices were conjoined, bank accounts were shared, everything was operating under one roof. And that's when everything went straight to...
So the merger actually didn't go through. And Lee said the reason the merger never happened is because he didn't sign and it required every single person's signature. Of course, at that time, at that point, it was all cooked. It was absolutely all cooked. We didn't even know what the fuck we were signing, to be honest. But again, that's our fault in terms of the fact that we had no business sense whatsoever. We didn't expect people to be that fucking evil. You know what I'm saying? We really didn't. Of course, I was beyond skeptic. Me and Apex were beyond skeptic from day one because they randomly came back and told us this guy is going to save us and he's going to do this. I'm like, what? At the end of the day, we just got to do what the group wants to do. You know what I'm saying? So who's FaZe merger? Never heard of him.
Life goes up and down, and the world can be a dark, sad place sometimes. You guys are responsible
Tico had to have
for
sent this.
bringing
There's no
light
way.
into your own bubble. You keep that up. I've been fighting and grinding hard too, and yesterday we wrapped up the last funding also. So next month we take over absolute all operations. The start has been great, but it's just the beginning.
There he is.
Hubert, the company they had entrusted their expansion to, was nothing more than smoke and mirrors. It wasn't a groundbreaking tech startup, it was a half-built platform with no traction, no partnerships, and no future. The deeper they dug, the clearer it became. Sebastian Gertz, the man they placed their faith in, had sold them a dream built on lies. Then came the ultimate betrayal. Gertz allegedly forged signatures on the key term sheet, effectively stealing Treshout's shares, and declaring himself the single largest stakeholder in FaZe Clan. The realization hit like a gut punch. FaZe wasn't just in a bad business deal, they'd been outright deceived. What followed was nothing short of a corporate coup. One by one, those who had once stood by Gertz turned against him. FaZe's leadership, its investors, even the executives he had installed, all joined forces to push him out. And when they did, it wasn't a quiet departure, it was a total eradication. Reports surfaced of FaZe members storming Hubert offices, shutting down systems, changing passwords, freezing bank accounts, seizing back control of what was theirs.
SZA, thank you for the sub, brother.
Collapsed overnight. Allegations of
This
corporate
guy is cooking. He's so good, bro. Like, I'm actually amazed by the video. Like, I'm kind of sad reliving all this shit, but dude, he's so good. He's so fucking good.
espionage, fraud, and financial mismanagement flooded the legal system. Lawsuits erupted on all sides. FaZe sued Hubert, Hubert sued back, and the entire mess unraveled.
And honestly,
into a legal
we
war.
don't even know most of like who got sued. Like, bro, they kept us out of everything. They kept us out of fucking everything. You know what I mean?
Zone that would take years to clean up. For a while, FaZe kept the chaos under wraps, but then another betrayal sent shockwaves through the community. Only this time, FaZe wasn't the victim. They were the villains. Tfue, one of FaZe's biggest stars, dropped a lawsuit that rocked the industry. He wasn't just calling out a bad deal, he was lifting the curtain on exploitive contracts, unfair revenue splits, and FaZe was suddenly exposed as the very thing they once stood against.
That is the worst contract I've seen in my fucking life.
Tfue is suing FaZe Clan!
I'm gonna be real with you. This is very weird.
What is in this contract is so bizarre. It's so
To understand what happened here, you have to understand Hollywood. It's a city built on hype and illusions, where fame is currency and exploitation is the business model. We've seen it happen to child actors, YouTube stars, TikTok influencers. Young talent gets plucked from obscurity, handed a contract, and before they know it, they don't own a single thing. FaZe was supposed to be different, but Turner's lawsuit shattered that facade. The brand was hemorrhaging trust. Despite Hubert's deception about their app's viability, FaZe settled the debacle outside of court, conceding 15% of the company's equity to Sebastian. In doing so, they weren't just relinquishing shares. They were surrendering a piece of their very identity. The 4 letters that were once worn like a badge of honor in gamer tags now felt like a walk of shame. What once symbolized dreams, brotherhood, and a new era of gaming had become a punchline. The founders spoke openly about it, how wearing the logo felt like carrying the weight of a failed promise.
I couldn't even wear this logo for years, you know what I mean? And just like, I was like ashamed of it, embarrassed about it.
So they did what many do when their world collapses. They numbed it. Drugs.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! I mean, I
Reckless
guess you're right.
spending. It wasn't a party, it was an escape.
Are you serious?
Come on, like, I know it's a waste of money, but doesn't that look fun?
And while the founders spiraled, the board
Hey, bro!
its grip.
What
New
the
executives
fuck?
took the reins. Old ones were phased out. Lee Trink became CEO.
This shit made me want to off myself, gang. Like, damn, no. Like, you could have just, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey. Come on, dog. I just glaze you in DMs. What the fuck? You could have got one of me just, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit. Okay, cool.
Without the founders there to fight for it,
he was just trying to build it. You know what I'm saying? He was just trying to build it. But, hey, yo.
Clan was left in the wrong hands.
No,
The new
I like this
leadership
guy
had
a lot,
vision.
actually.
FaZe was a media empire, and esports was their rocket
Oh my God,
ship.
he's leaking all of them. I love it. I love it. See, Red.
Just did
What's
like
your name? What's his name, bro? I gotta know what his actual name is. Whoever he is, bro. C fucking Red. I love you, bro. I'm glad you at least put this shit out, bro.
And Bitcoin. Get in early, and when this thing
Hell
explodes,
no, charisma. Even we hated him, and all the corporate motherfuckers hate Lee too, bro. Everybody hates Lee. DeJohn for you. Thank you so much, bro. Oh, DeJuan. Thank you so much, bro. 31 price. Thank you for the 2 months, brother. I love you guys.
you'll be worth billions. The stats were staggering. Over 350 million followers across the roster. A direct pipeline to Gen Z.
Was a Gen Z company.
Gen Z for Gen Z.
More social engagement than the Lakers, Yankees, or Cowboys. The hype was undeniable, and investors lined up with their checkbooks in hand. Lee Trink tapped into his music industry connections, bringing in heavy hitters like Jimmy Iovine, the Beats by Dre mastermind. A $40 million Series A funding round followed, with names like Ray J, Sway Lee, Nigel Houston, and Pitbull throwing in their chips.
Dale.
With millions in fresh funding, FaZe went all in. A sprawling 33,000 square foot headquarters.
This is literally smoke and mirrors just to get more money from sponsors to then just like siphon out the money. I swear to God, this shit, brother, in theory, it would have been the coolest thing in the world for us to have it, but it wasn't used how it was intended to be used at all. I mean, it was intended to be smoke and mirrors, but how we would have imagined it, you know what I mean?
Esports rosters in
It did the what? Remember?
Apex Legends, and even PUBG Mobile. High-profile celebrity signings in Bronny James, Snoop Dogg, Offset, Juju Smith-Schuster, and then
That's
the biggest
all to
thing
make
yet,
it look better
FaZe was
to like corporate people and people that want to invest big bags, you know?
going public. Through a merger with B. Riley Principal Group, they announced they'd be the first gaming org on the NASDAQ. From the outside, FaZe had arrived. The first esports org to hit the stock market. Millions in funding, celebrity partnerships, mainstream crossovers, they had won. Or so it seemed. Behind the scenes, the executives were cashing in. While the brand expanded, the C-suite was quietly padding their pockets, approving lucrative bonuses.
Oh my days. If I could tell you, I wish I could tell you guys a story with this guy. But this motherfucker, bro, one time, a bunch of YouTubers were hitting me about if I knew him or not. And I said, bro, do not work with him. He's just, I know what he's gonna do to y'all. Like, bro, I'm talking so many different like lanes of YouTubers. Like, I couldn't believe him. Like, how the fuck does this guy even know him? And I guess a guy actually from our world was working with him to find all these people. And I posted on my story when somebody hit me up asking about him. And I said, nah, don't work with him. And then my lawyer hit me right away. And he's like, yo, bro, this guy's probably gonna sue you, low-key, for saying that. But it's like, bro, that's what they all do. They just fucking sue anybody for saying anything, bro. I hate these people with a burning passion, bro. I do. They're terrible humans. They don't actually care about the youth. Remember, I got in this game because I saw financial freedom for the youth without no damn middleman, bro. I love what this shit did for real people, bro. I really loved it. So people like this, they just like, bro, they just changed my entire association with this game. And that's why I'm fucking weird and I'm a loner now and everything. Cause like, it hurts, bro. All this shit sucks, but it's cool. It's good. It's cool. This is a great video. I'm glad that somebody at least packaged it better than ESPN could ever. That 30 for 30 was complete dog shit, completely fake, completely stupid. This is a million times better than that weak ass fucking thing ESPN dropped.
Compensation packages, stuff.
Oh, there she is. There she is.
Avoiding settlement agreements.
By the way, pretty sure she knew what was going on when she sold her shares. That's all I'm saying.
Operating without input from
I
majority
don't know if
shareholders.
chief legal officer
They
should be
weren't
able to do that,
focused
but
on
hold on,
building
she's the chief
FaZe's
legal officer.
future.
You got it,
They were
Tammy. You
focused on
got it.
extracting as
I got
much
nothing
value.
bad to say about Tammy. But everybody else, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, big ass lawyer, but I'm good.
Possible before the inevitable collapse. FaZe Clan's stock market debut seemed like an overwhelming success. The share price, which opened just above $10, skyrocketed to a peak of $23.37 by August 31st, an impressive surge in just under a month. Reality came crashing down when FaZe released its Q3 financial statements
Ron had no idea
later,
why he was
and
there.
investors began to see through the smoke and mirrors. The report revealed a jaw-dropping $130 million operating loss. As soon as shareholders saw the financial mess FaZe had gotten itself into, panic set in. Investors, realizing the company was essentially bleeding itself dry, ran for the exits. The stock price didn't just dip, it collapsed, plummeting over 95% over the next
That's what I'm saying.
month.
This is one of the biggest rug pulls, I swear to God, that went fucking live on the stock market. Conlon, thank you so much for the sub, bro. And nobody cares. Like, people are so, like, they care about what we did as opposed to what core people did behind the scenes. But of course, that's what always happens, right? If you don't have a name or face of the person, you don't really care. You only really know who you know. So we obviously took all the blame for something we didn't fucking do, and they just rug pulled on the fucking stock market in front of everybody's eyes, and nobody said anything, bro.
Months, and eventually bottomed out at just 14 cents per share. This wasn't just a case of overvaluation.
I hated this, bro. They tried to make me the fucking, remember that unemployed guy, the meme? They made him for fucking unemployment. They tried to do that to me, bro. What the fuck did I do, bitch? But you know what?
It was a complete loss of confidence. Once the reality of FaZe's mismanagement became clear, even potential investors wanted nothing to do with them.
Of course,
the company had gone from a promising stock market darling to a cautionary tale of financial recklessness, all within a few months.
This guy's a goat.
Hey, I just wanted to say thank you all for joining us here today at the funeral service for FaZe Clan. They had a great run, one of the biggest orgs in all of esports, gaming in general, really.
But I didn't do nothing.
Now they're buried 6 feet under.
But when the stock was finally delisted and the last corporate stronghold collapsed, it didn't mark the end. It marked the moment that FaZe was up for grabs. And that's when the real threat appeared. The boardroom might have been empty, but the sharks were already moving in. Investors, holding companies, billionaires who saw FaZe as a lifeless asset waiting to be repurposed. Another esports org to buy, another brand to flip, another cash cow. The founders had seen this play before.
Dozens of people came
Big
in.
Nick, thank you for the gifted. And Vegeta, I fucking love you guys,
These people
man.
are all writing their own deals and the ones kind of behind the scenes making everything happen, right? They don't give a fuck about us at the end of the day. It's all about money for them.
They could roll over again, let someone else take control, and watch FaZe be rebuilt in someone else's image.
Oh my God, I hated that.
Or they could fight.
This FaZe is a movie. I don't know how it ends yet, but it's a movie.
This wasn't going to be a passive fight. This wasn't some half-hearted attempt to regain control. This was war. And if FaZe's enemies had taught them anything, it was how to play dirty.
I feel like these overcomplicated it for a long time. I'm done being told no.
For years, suits had come in, stripped the company for parts, exploited the name, and milked the fans dry. Now, Banks was taking a page out of their own book. No politics, no negotiations, just absolute destruction.
If you don't with this vision, if you're not in line with this, see you at the top.
He wiped the entire slate clean. Dozens of members kicked, contracts torched, socials blanked, the logo, the brand, everything went silent for months. FaZe wasn't dying, it was shedding its skin.
We're turning the chapter and we're doing new
This wasn't about nostalgia, this wasn't about fixing what was broken. This was about burning the whole damn thing down and rebuilding it from the ashes.
There's a lot.
You know what's crazy? You know, I love how it went. That was literally all I want to do the whole time. I said, brother, if we just burn it down, we all step away, they have nothing left to milk. Let's just work together. But of course, I waited till it absolutely went to shit before that happened. And again, because it's still corporately owned 5149, that's why I couldn't participate in it. And because of a lot of like just human things in between. But that's really what bothered me, bro. Is like nobody wanted to when they were scared about how their money was going to look. But then when there really was chalked and they siphoned out all the fucking money, now they were down to do it, right? So it's still corporately owned. It's 5149. I know a lot of people don't understand what that means. But you know what? Maybe one day. Maybe one day. I hope one day it does turn out better. Whether I'm a part of it or not, I really don't care. But I just do hope, one day.
Things that are going to happen, a lot of changes that are coming.
For years, people said FaZe was over. They said it could never be what it once was. But the thing about FaZe, it doesn't die. It can't be bought.
No matter how much money you had, you can't buy what we created.
It's not a stock price. It's not a balance sheet. It's not a marketing play. It's an idea, a legacy, a culture. And no matter how many times you try to kill it, it always finds a way to crawl back out of the pit. When the reboot was finally announced, Banks pulled from the original playbook. The new roster wasn't rebuilt with A-list celebrities or recycled esports veterans. There was no overpriced signing spree or desperate attempt to buy relevance. Instead, they went back to their roots, picking up real grinders, the ones who actually wanted to be there. Blackboy Max, Silky, Jason the Ween, Stable Ronaldo, and Lacey. A mix of names no one had ever even heard of before. Different backgrounds, different styles, different platforms. And at first, fans were skeptical. After years of watching their childhood heroes get swallowed by sponsorships, boardroom deals, and soulless branding, trust wasn't given. It had to be earned.
What the f is that sorry-ass new FaZe Clan lineup, man? Who the f are these?
He's hating.
But then something changed. The streams continued to roll in, and month-long subathons blurred the line between entertainment and obsession. Viral clips dominated every algorithm. A content machine began running hotter, faster, and hungrier than anything.
It doesn't mean 49% is owned by, it's owned by the entire company, whoever had shares before. So ours got diluted crazy, right? Like crazy.
Touched in years. With the numbers skyrocketing and a new fan base growing, suddenly it all felt real again. Not a marketing ploy, not a nostalgia trip, just a group of creators who actually loved this who weren't here for a paycheck, weren't here to coast off of the name, but were here to build something real.
Yeah, thank you for the 50 C-Dog.
Jason, I got you a taco!
FaZe wasn't for sale anymore. They shut down the stores. They ripped the brand deals off of their streams. They walked away from millions on purpose. This wasn't about squeezing every dollar out of the brand. This was about earning respect again and creating the content that the fans actually wanted. The founders had been through the fire. They had trusted the wrong people. They had watched their creation be gutted from the inside out. And now they weren't just rebuilding FaZe, they were protecting it. Banks, Temper, Apex. They became the mentors they never had, the guides they so desperately needed when this journey first started. They reclaimed FaZe to answer the what-ifs, to see what could have been if the first domino hadn't fallen, smothering that spark nearly a decade ago.
I'm in this position where, you know, I put my faith and trust in all the wrong people. It felt like, right?
Hey boys, how you guys doing? I know you guys have been struggling a little bit lately, but I want to say that I'm really proud of you.
I'm at this rock bottom moment in my career where I was pilled on the fact that, yeah, like, you're gonna lose all control over this company.
Duffy, thank you, my dog. Full time, and I've hired almost 30 people to support you guys every single day.
The crossover and like the way the Venn diagram works with my dad and how much he loved it. And his advice ringing through my head, trust yourself, trust your gut. There's gonna be people trying to take this from you. Telling me and Tommy before we moved to New York.
Before it even happened.
And you think it's your dad being a dad, like, dude, shut the up. Like, we know what we're doing. It's not that serious. It's not that deep. We play Call of Duty. Like, calm down. I'll never be able to fully come to terms with the fact that, like, that's the note that my dad had to leave on, was seeing, like, me in the
damn, bro.
He saw it. You know what I'm saying? It's horrible. Like, it's something that I'll never fully be able to, like,
wait, I did not know Banks posted that.
Make sense. You know what I mean? But it was his
honestly real for that
being created. And that's kind of what I'm doing it for, you know what I mean? Yeah. But that's what matters. The we're talking about right now, that is what matters. Like you said, it's what you leave behind. It's like, if I could help one kid accomplish that with his dad.
You want to say hi to my dad? Hey! Papa, how are we?
Like, you know what I mean? Not to get, like, super, like, poetic or cliche about it, but like that is all I want. Like, that's all that I want for the rest of my life.
Your son is 20 out of 10. He is the best. He's one of the best people I've ever met my whole life. You did an amazing job. Thank you. I love you. I love you, man.
And I'll never not trust myself again. I'll never allow myself to get that close to
the same way.
Somebody who doesn't give a about me or doesn't have the same vision, priorities, values as me. Ever again. I'll never allow it to happen. Ever again.
I agree. Now, great video. It was like 98% accurate. It was like 98% accurate. But Golf Cart, you did an amazing job, bro. Is there anything he left out? Let me think. No, that was a really, really, really good video, bro. Like, really, really good video, bro. I asked him, like, bro, how do you know this? So I said, I thought maybe Tico talked to him. I guess he didn't, but I don't know how he got those videos, bro. He said, court docs, SEC filings, yours, Banks, and Temper's tweets, and an old-ass load Google searches. So he searched a fucking lot, bro. Yo, you're the fucking man. Nick Walton, he's the guy that runs Golf Cart. He's the fucking man. It was really good, bro. Very good video. Yeah, there's some things that he did obviously include about Lee, but he only went with the material that he had. I wish I was able to talk to him. I would have got him even more details. You know what I'm saying? I would have got him even more details on what happened. But dude, just clap. I know we can't hear you. Just fucking clap, okay? Just clap and watch the fucking. He did amazing, bro. Good job, bro. That was heavy, bro. That was a heavy video. obviously that shit sucks. And I try not to think about it no more. It's just like one of those things that I think that will forever burn me in life. And I'll always think about it. But I've learned to deal with it. I've learned to, you know, be okay with what happened. And I'm not holding on to it or dwelling in any way, shape, or form. Like, y'all see me on stream every single day, bro. I'm having a good time. I'm vibing. I'm good. It's all good. But sometimes, you know, you be in, especially at the gym, bro. I be getting mad as shit at the gym about it. I can't lie. A lot of the times I get mad at FaZe, it's always at the gym. I be pushing mad hard. I be fucking wired up off caffeine. I just get mad about it sometimes, bro. It does fuel the workout. So that's the silver lining there. You know what I'm saying? But it do be making me mad sometimes. But yeah, like see, Sandpepper wasn't in there. A lot of things weren't. But still, he with the material that he could find, very good, bro. Very, very, very good golf cart. I applaud you for making that video. Can't applaud you enough, honestly. It was really good. I'm just surprised he found and knew some of the names, but I guess when you look that deep into it, yeah, he found it out. Why are we saving the kids when we need to save FaZe? Well, I honestly, it's in good hands now for the most part. Again, I don't really know about the corporately owned stuff, but that's really why I couldn't do it again, because if it wasn't fully us that owned it, I couldn't trust it because you never know. Like, this is just my opinion. It may or may not be the truth. I don't know. But to me, this is what it felt like. Now it's corporately owned. Even of that 49, a lot of corporate people still own a lot of those shares, right? The existing corporate people in FaZe that never sold all of their shares and still have a remaining amount in, because a lot of them actually are negative. They got beasted by a whole different side of corporate. It really was a corporate civil war with that shit. You know what I'm saying? So my fear, and I'll tell y'all why I didn't join back. There's two reasons. One, I was hurt, bro. I was hurt by a lot of the people because I wanted to do the right thing for everybody, but everyone seemed slightly selfish with their own positions. They weren't looking at it as a group effort thing. And that always bothered me, right? It felt like people were selfish and I didn't like that. And to me, I really cared about FaZe for the brotherhood way more than the business and the brand and the money. I cared more for the brotherhood and community that it stood for. And then, yeah. And then also because corporate, it still owns a big percentage of it. You know what I mean? The way that I look at it is, in my opinion, it's the example I always make to people. I say, like, imagine a mansion and they're giving you the basement. They said, bro, go crazy with it. You can own the full basement, do whatever you want, make it as nice as you want. You know what? We'll even give you money to make it nicer. And I'm just afraid one day they will exercise their 51% and they will do what happened last time, right? That's just what I fear, because I knew that's what was going to happen the first time and it still happened. Nobody listened. Nobody trusted it. I was the crazy one. I was the one that was just trying to be non-cooperative, whatnot. So I kind of am traumatized from that shit, bro. I can't lie. So like Banks said also, I will never not trust my gut. And when they brought that up, my gut said no. My gut said, don't do this. You're going to get hurt again. You're going to feel the same way again. You're going to feel alone, even though you're surrounded by people. I said, you know what? Let me just step away. Even though I love FaZe more than anything. It was my whole life. It was the one thing I ever cared about as a kid, and I made it possible. So that's why. And a lot of people don't get that, right? So yeah. It's just it's a very complicated topic because it's not something that it's just black and white. It's just one thing or the other. It's such a long history of it. And that guy that he kept highlighting in the video, you don't understand the amount of damage he even did to our friendships, bro. The amount that he'd lie to me about what Banks said when Banks never said that. What he'd tell Banks that I said when I never said that, just to create a wedge between us so he could have more control. And then he would withhold certain information, only tell one person this, only tell one person that. And he'd just make it so fucking complicated. He'd make everything so toxic. He'd make us slightly energetically really turn on each other in some ways. And that's what I fucking hated the most. But yeah, exactly. It's literally a is what it is situation. I tried my best, but it is what it is, bro. Because again, not one person is FaZe. It's a collective of people. But as opposed to the corporate side, I do love the new FaZe. I do love what they're doing. I love Ron. I love Max. I love Silky. I love Lacey. I love Jason. They're all amazing. Rage is fucking amazing. I love him too. Kason, I love them all, bro. They're all great. And, you know, they're cooking, bro. They're doing their thing. And I'm proud of them, bro. They're doing really well because I do see some of us in them, just in this aspect of just young, upcoming, hungry people that want to succeed, want to work together, do all that. So I really do respect that. I love what they're doing, bro. But again, for me, it has nothing to do with them. It's just the corporate holding in the background that's quiet right now. They're really not doing much. They're kind of letting them do their own thing. But for how long? For how long? Right? So that's what I fear. That's what I fear. And I just can't go through it again, bro. That's why I said in that tweet, I said, I can't get burned again, bro. Because the first time I knew it, bro, and I got fucking burned and I was the one that was crazy. And bro, it bothers you when you know that shit. And I couldn't articulate what they were going to do, but I knew they were going to do. I knew some fuck shit was coming. I fucking knew it, right? Like, obviously, bro, with corporate motherfuckers, you got to profile them. When you in an industry where shit's popping off for you and it's still early in the scene, you're a bad bitch. And what I mean by that is, like, when you're an attractive female, guys are going to try everything. They might hide it a specific way. They might act a certain way, but they trying to smash, bro. They trying to fucking smash. That's what it comes down to, right? So when you have some motion on the internet and corporate guys talk to you, they don't give a fuck about you. They don't care if you live or die. They just want your money. They just want everything you have to offer them, right? So you a bad bitch when it comes to that. When you got internet motion, you got to look at yourself like that. You got to profile these folks, bro, because they don't give a fuck about you. It is a complete replica of what happens straight out of Compton. What's crazy is this. Me and Apex saw that in theaters probably 3 months after Seb got involved, 3 to 6 months after Seb got involved. And when we saw Jerry Heller, we gave each other this look and we said, oh, that's not going to happen to us. Like, motherfucker, me and Apex knew the whole fucking time, dude. We knew the whole fucking time. But when other people are more passionate about it and they really try to convince you, it's like, brother, I had 3 videos a day to upload. Apex had a video a day uploaded. Like, we had a lot of work we were doing, right? So we got beasted. It happens. It is what it is. But yeah, that's really it. I don't necessarily care, but I do, of course, I do care. But I'm saying, like, I'm not like dwelling over it, like I said, but I really just bothered me that people didn't know the truth. That's what bothered me. That people think we sold FaZe and it's our fault. And I mean, it is our fault for not doing more due diligence and letting it happen on a brotherhood aspect. But brother, we were retarded kids. We didn't know any better, right? And again, but it's a learning lesson. And that's why I was so loud about it, is I didn't want nobody to go through what we went through. That's it. You know, I didn't want nobody to experience what we experienced. I wanted everybody who was up and coming on the internet to be very, very aware of all these corporate motherfuckers and know that they're just trying to rob you, bro. They're not trying to help you. They don't care about building with you. They don't care about the future with you. You are just another number in their big picture to make them money. That's all it comes down to. And they want to be an unnecessary middleman to siphon out as much money wherever the fuck they can. That's it, right? They don't actually benefit anybody any way, shape, or form. So that's really why I was annoying about it, bro. I already knew it was gone. I already knew it was cooked. But I'm like, you know what? If I can help some people see the light, then I'm with it, bro. So that's why I was mad annoying about it. I'm sorry about that. But dude, that shit hurt. Imagine the first thing you built as a kid ended up being as successful as it is. And then you don't get paid out of it. You don't get nothing. Because I always gave FaZe money, right? I gave FaZe money. I bought the Counter-Strike team. I always put money back in because I'm like, bro, I make enough money on my own shit. I don't need to be greedy. Let me just put it back into the company. And maybe, hopefully one day, they'll take care of me. That did not fucking happen by any shape or form. Did not even in the slightest, bro. Like, not even a sprinkle, not even a hug. I didn't get a pat on the back, like, oh, good job. Nothing, right? So how do you think you're going to feel? Especially when, like, I don't want to sound like a douchebag, but when you were like the driving factor in its most important time, right? Trying to put on everybody, trying to like, just make sure everybody's videos are doing well and like, just really trying to build the ecosystem. So that's kind of why I felt the way I did. You know what I'm saying? I don't think anybody who watched the New York videos back then wouldn't know. Maybe people that only found out about FaZe now have no idea. But anybody who was around back then, you know. You know. I don't got to say it. You know, right? So it did. It took a massive toll on my soul, Carly. Like, it really did. And I was fighting demons for a long time about it. And then I was dealing with other things in life, as every human goes to. And that's why I got super suicidal, bro. You know what I mean? I just felt like I couldn't deal with it no more. I felt like I lost everything. I was weak. You know what I mean? I was broken down. I was weak. And that's why I went down that suicidal path. But I'm glad I did, because I learned a lot out of it. I'm happier now. I'm happier than I've ever been in my life, honestly. Better shape now than I've been in my life. I have more energy than I've been in my life. All of the above. So I'm doing amazing. It's all good. But this is the truth. That's what happened, right? So yeah, exactly. So that's why I'm happy about it. I'm not tripping. I'm not tripping. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But more, like, this is what I do with everything, right? Like, everything that I went through, suicide-wise, depression-wise, all that, I just wanted to be a life lesson to folks, to maybe help them navigate their lives and their issues. And that's what I hope to come out of the FaZe corporate stuff. Of course, I wanted it to somewhat be how it was in the past, but there was too much damaged relationships, unfortunately. Way too many damaged relationships. That's even why I feel like Banks just said, no, we just need a whole new cast, bro. This shit is not it, right? RT, appreciate this sub, bro. Appreciate you, brother. But I'm pretty sure the new cast was selected by Ray and Kason, actually. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was Ray and Kason that kind of found like all the people and kind of made that mesh happen. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it's working. They have good chemistry together. Those kids are super, super motivated. Aha, thank you for the sub, my brother. I appreciate you, bro. Good to see you, man. But yeah, there's a lot of motherfuckers in this game. A lot of opportunistic motherfuckers, bro. So again, I hope that somewhat explains why I've been the way that I am and why I distanced myself and why I went through what I went through. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. It is what it is. But it is, you know,